each other.
That's right. I'm watching you, watching me, watching you, watching me, watching you, watching you.
Look how they wove this in this tree. This is not natural.
Oh my word.
Woven in there.
Look at that.
Right, and Tom says, how's that?
Holy smokes.
Look at that between those trees, Barb.
Wow. Wow.
This is cool.
That is amazing. That is just, I gotta get around the other side and get a look at it.
Look how these are woven. Yeah, that doesn't
Okay, look at the twist on this tree here. That is serious twisting so that it's tucked back behind this bigger tree. This piece of wood right there is completely dead. That is a rotten log. Yeah, actually part of that is right here decomposing on the ground. And then up across this tree, which is obviously younger, still has a little moisture in the wood inside. It hasn't been weathered. This is a heck of a twisted tree. You know, can't say for a fact that a Bigfoot did that, but whatever did, it's impressive considering that it's bent and folded to go right there along this tree and be incorporated into all of that.
ornate.
Very cool.
It's like it's one big piece of sculpture that they all keep working on, like a tapestry or something. Like let's add
Yeah.
something to it.
Yeah, this is placement.
Yeah.
This is absolute placement.
Definitely.
There's no other.
And I don't think any humans did that with their bare hands, and there's no sign of any machinery back here, so.
Well, there are some of these that have been manually hand sawn. This log
Yeah.
was sawed. Obviously, there's been sawn.
There's probably been people back here collecting firewood and things like that, but yeah, that is really something right back there.
And it just feels like, when I come back in here, it feels like sacred space.
It does. It had to.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Do you know, it actually looks like some sort of sea creature.
Almost, huh? But it's firm if you touch it.
Yeah, you grass.
She's sniffing.
A bit like cauliflower.
So is that the mushroom?
Yeah.
Yeah, if Mike was here, he could tell us what it is. We'll have to check the mushroom book. This is an amazing asterisk. Look at that. It's an X right there, and that makes another X up there. It's a little hard to see in the limbs. And right here is an amazing massive asterisk. Well, I suppose this could have been naturally created by blowdown.
Anything green and fresh?
No.
Like, look at that. That
Nope.
like a grey.
You think of green?
Such an amazing forest here.
It feels like cauliflower. To
That's
touch.
what I said.
Yeah.
Not a very good bit because it's rotting on one side.
This is a pretty amazing one up here too. You got the pond? Okay. But that is. Yeah, it's still green and alive. It's got some dead stuff underneath.
Now, does it look like that's the root system, or does that look like it's shoved in up there?
Yeah, the roots, it's right here. This is where the roots were, but it's all dry. It looks like something just pushed it down. I mean, why would it fall down? I mean,
Yeah, there's smaller trees around it that are intact if it was going to be snow. And it's too green and fresh. It's got some dead stuff on here, so it's probably been a little while, but you know, this wasn't from last winter. I suppose there could have been other campers here who were climbing it. But
I think the rainstorm's coming.
Oh no.
Get that shit in the car.
Good job, Sandy.
Come with us. Come on, Elsa.
You're gonna have to do B&G
Oh, look,
shorts, you
Elsa
know.
won't
I know.
No,
Come on, Elsa. It's okay.
It's okay. Come on, sister. You gotta
Yeah,
come
she
this
came
way.
back looking like she had been attacked. Her hair was up, her tail was tucked.
It was interesting because I was watching her the whole time she was up around that tent. Did you watch her?
Uh-uh.
She was up sniffing around. I thought, well, I want to make sure she wasn't going to try to get in that tent, you know. 'Cause she's
Peter's
been-
tent?
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know whose tent it was, that green tent. So I was watching her. There's like a rock or something in front of his flap. So she was sniffing all around there, sniff, sniff, sniff. And I thought, oh, don't go pee on it. You know, I didn't know what she was going to do, you know. So I was watching her, and then all of a sudden she went,
Yeah, this says don't go.
and then all of it, she just spun around like because she looked for just a couple of seconds. She was just boom, just like that. And then she just took off like somebody shot her with a BB gun.
I heard her coming, and when I looked, she was
Yeah.
looking over her shoulder and
And
spun
then
around right behind me.
And then her hackles went up.
Oh,
on
all
the
her
rump.
hair on her back was up. Her tail was tucked.
And I thought, what the heck? She saw something.
She definitely saw something that she was freaked out by. And it's odd that she was looking back in this direction, whereas right up there, she didn't want to come any farther into here. So she seems to be okay now, maybe because Gabby's
Well,
all
look at this
right.
barb over here. This break over here. Look at that. That's.
Wow, that is some serious weaving there.
Do not go any further. Do not pass unless you have a shrubbery.
Little bend underneath this snap, another bend underneath this snap, and both of those snaps look relatively fresh. Neither of them are weathered. And this is the area where the whoops were heard last night. Yeah, so this isn't real green, but it's not weathered at all. There's no debris accumulation in
Right.
there.
Well, why would it just be? You know, I mean, why? Okay, this is in line with this. So if the wind was blowing, it would be protecting. This tree would be protecting this tree.
Actually, if you look at those two that are right there, they make an X
Yeah.
right in front of us.
Barb, look at this. That tree's down first. This snapped. How fresh is that? But that's
Well, look at this. Too.
Neither one
The-
of these
both
have
them
any
bent
debris.
down underneath there.
This is
so that's down.
there is
how
still
fr-
some moisture in here. It's not weathered.
And
There's no
so is
debris
that.
accumulation. Same thing.
So is that one.
Same age.
So they knocked this. Well, they knocked that over. Knocked this over. Knocked that. Put this down and knocked this on top of that.
Yeah,
They weaved it together.
it's all
It was
woven.
the wind.
It was either that or the giant squirrels. One or the other.
They grow big over here, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they have a
that's some
nuclear power
serious
plant
weaving
somewhere
right
around,
there.
I'm sure.
That's cool.
That's
Elsa!
Elsa. She might have made it back to camp already.
Yeah, I'll bet she didn't want to come down here to begin with. This was the direction that she was scared. They got her.
Thank you.
Rob, are you up
This is
there?
your creek.
Is that the
Oh, this is the creek.
Yeah, my
Okay.
truck right here.
Okay, so we're on this side of the creek now.
Okay, look at this one. It's just bent and split on the end. But this is all still live.
Yeah.
These are still fresh and green. And here's the water. Right on. I did not know we had this right by our camp.
Yeah, and you came down this way, right?
Oh, look at this, Barb. Isn't that a cool one?
Oh, yeah.
Mushroom,
kind of
whatever
mushroom.
it is.
Careful there, Sandy.
No, I'm
You're on camera. If you're going to fall, do it now.
Oh God, don't say that. I can't fall.
Okay.
If I fall out here, you might as well just leave me.
Oh, no, we wouldn't do that.
I'm gonna go up. I'm not
We'd
good
get a litter for you.
I don't know that I am either.
I'll catch you, Santa.
Oh, good job. Oh. Don't break Sandy.
Okay, so we went through here because we didn't want to ruin
Trip
the-
wire. We
The
didn't want you
tripwire,
to
yeah.
do it.
Okay.
And then, I put a couple things on this stump because I have a gifting area behind our tent. But this is kind of out of the way, so I just put a few things here this
We
morning.
went as close to their tent. The motor.
Gabby, she's doing some sniffing over there. So those are the toy tents that they put up just for the Bigfoots to play with.
And it wasn't light yet. It's still dark.
That's the meadow. Just go there, that's the meadow.
Okay.
And you can see the fields, the open field from here. We thought we'd kind of go in the middle of it.
Well, this is interesting. Look at that. 2 tree breaks, relatively fresh. They're not seasoned, they're not weathered. They don't look like they've accumulated debris. And that bigger one is actually holding down this one that's bent. That's interesting. Wow.
So we stood here and I got a bit of that grass. And this grass has a little split in the
Okay.
middle and it's like V-shaped.
Okay.
So when you try
It's not wide
to
enough.
blow, it doesn't really work.
Ah.
And I said, and then I giggled. And after I giggled, I went, that's the noise.
From right over there, that was the
But
sound.
I didn't even get that amount of sound. And I says, I've got the wrong grass. Show me the good grass. And then on the way out, we walked up that way and I found the right grass. And I giggled.
You giggled,
And then we got, whoop.
and
Like
We said-
the
and we
sou- and I
said-
went, that's the sound.
Right.
And
we
then
said we're not
we
here.
were
We don't
quiet.
have any cameras. We're not here to videotape. We're just here to see
And the only
you.
gift we bring is love.
Right. And then we're looking over here. We're kind of just looking over here because we heard snaps over here. And then she tried it and we go, oh, we can't do it, but I can whistle. So I whistled. And then we hear it loud right over there. That same sound.
the sound you were trying to make,
Right.
they did it for you.
Over
Three
here.
times.
Right
at
on.
3 separate places.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was still quite dark. And we started to hear bird call from there. And I was going, that's not a bird. And because of my accent, I replace I for you, bird.
Okay.
Say it, I
Okay.
can't say it. That's not a bird. But I say, that's not a bird. It's the loudest bird I've heard.
And we did hear a holler.
And a frog.
We heard it.
When
We
that
heard a
was
yell.
later
Okay,
on.
and what time was this?
It was
6:30.
it was still, the sun hadn't really come up
And the
yet.
birds had not started.
It was
chirping
very
yet.
silent when we came here before I did that and then giggled. It was very silent.
Wow. That's really cool. So, when you were trying to recreate a sound that you had heard them make and couldn't do it, they did it for you from 3 different directions around this spot.
You just felt like they were there watching us.
Wow,
you sort of
that's
sensed
really
it.
cool.
Yeah, you did. We did.
And I says, let's go where they can see us. And if they want to come to us, I don't want to walk up in one again.
Okay.
I want to be somewhere that if they want
You
to come,
specified, you made some rules and regulations toward your next sighting.
I said I don't want to be alone.
And we thought if we're in the middle of a field, we'll have plenty of, you know.
Oh, okay.
Nothing can come up, and so we're in the middle of a
Sne-
field.
Right on.
It's been-
Okay.
Oh, have I stood here?
It looked like a barefoot right here, where she just stepped.
Okay. I can
But
see where you're
it's-
talking about.
Yeah, it was right here, and then it was right there.
Okay.
And it was a smaller one. It was like
Actually,
from
I can
here
still
to
kind of
here.
see.
Yeah.
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 Right there.
And
It
then there
does
was
look
one
like a
there.
print. And yeah, actually this right here looks like a
They
toe
were pretty clear.
right
This
there.
one. Yep.
Well, you know that, see now there's some older elk poop right there. When they are fresh, they are so clear, but you know, once the dew is dried up,
Yep.
give them a few hours, they become almost impossible to see.
That's what
Yeah, that is
Tom said.
perfect, a perfect
is.
asterisk.
Welcome,
And
friends.
this does create kind of an X here and there.
And
But
every
this
X has
is
a
perfect.
diamond.
Because look,
Triangle.
It was not right. It
Triangle.
was right there because there's no.
Yeah, there's no stump to that. Huh, that's cool.
And then that
Right
one,
on.
this one down, because this is on top of it.
And look,
Oh yeah, well this
one
one here
here?
has been cut. Somebody probably sawed the end of that
Okay.
off for firewood. So actually, see this stump here behind you?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody sawed
You're
out
right.
this piece for firewood.
There you go.
Yeah, so those two connect.
but see if you look at it.
Yeah.
dark we didn't see it.
Yeah.
That's
See, I spotted this one from the road when we came in. And I've been wanting to get back here and get a better look at it. So that is very interesting as far as structures go. So let's look at the bases of these. So that there would have had, okay, now that is a root, or it was rooted here. It was growing up right next to this tree, which is a little unusual for what's out here. You don't see a lot of that. But yeah, that's a perfect X, and then this one here is thrown in, making another X right by the road. That's interesting. And actually this smaller one, you can see where it's rubbed on that tree. That's cool. Right on. Gosh, look how pretty it is out here.
Gorgeous.
What a beautiful place.
Very warm.
Yeah, it's nice to have the sun coming back. Right on. All right, well, thank you for sharing with me, ladies.
I have a correction from yesterday. When we went back to our camp after reporting, we had 3 broken trip lines. They were all there. We just strung a wider perimeter than we thought. But this morning, we do have a couple that are broken. And we heard, just after we went to bed, we did a little surveillance in the darkness of the truck for an hour. So we got to bed around 2-ish, 1:30 or 2. And I heard a couple of stick breaks back in the blowdown area. And I really think it was just elk coming through, because I can't believe Sasquatch aren't that stealthy. You know, it was just quick snap, snap, and it was over, and never hurt, or nothing hit the gifting site. The decoy tents are sitting there untouched. Yeah.
Okay.
Is loud and noisy and a cacophony the first night. Last night was equally opposite and dead quiet.
Yeah.
We didn't hear elk bugles, we didn't hear owls, we didn't hear coyotes last night. As noisy as the first night was, last night was bizarrely quiet.
It was. Well, I think this is just about perfect timing. Our guest of honor has arrived. So,
Woot woot!
it's Bob!
Camera time!
Let's all go greet Bob! Yay!